first of all, we have to log into our ESPE account to gain access to the mail application. So we go to the URL and put our credentials. Now we go to the email icon and we click it. Then we wait till it loads. Now we got to click in the right corner, right here in the settings icon, and select settings. Right now we are configuring the forwarding for IMAP and POP mail. Yep, so we go to the forwarding and POP IMAP. Then we search for IMAP access and we enable that option because we have to send our mail through espe.edu.es with our IMAP feature. Yep. So we enable that, and once it's enabled, we click in Save Changes. Then we gotta go up to our icon, to our user icon, and click Google Account. Now we have to go to Security. Then in Security we search for Singing into Google, and if we don't have the two-step verification, we have to enable it in order to have access to app passwords. In the two-step verification, we have to give our number. We can use Google Prompt or the Authenticator app. So I put my phone, and then they will send me a message with a verification code. Then we have to go to app passwords, and we are going to create a new one, because I have already set one. We click on Select App, and we click in the application name. This time I'm going to use Other, because I want to know what I'm doing or what is the application I'm going to use. So I'm gonna put here email. No, iOS email. Oh, sorry. iOS email. When we do that, we have to click Generate in the right corner. Now we have the temporary password that we're going to use to access to the web application in iOS. Now we have to go to our iOS device to configure the main client. So we go to the settings, now in settings we search for the mail application. Once we are there, we search for accounts, then we click into add account. In the list of services, we search for Other. Then we click to Add Mail Account. Now we fill the information that is required. For example, in name, I put my whole name. In email, I put the email. In password, we use the temporary password that Google gave us. And in description, I put a name which I can remember what I'm doing. Then we click on Next. Now we have to configure the IMAP settings. So, we have the incoming mail server and the outgoing mail server. Here in hostname, we put imap.gmail.com, and in username, the account we are going to connect. And in the outgoing mail server, in hostname, we put smtp.gmail.com. The password is going to be the same temporary password that we use at the beginning. Once we fill this information, we click in Next. Then the device is going to verify if there is an account or the IMAP feature is enabled in that account to access the mails. If everything is okay, we might see something like this, a screen like this, where we can synchronize the mail or the notes. We just want the mail, so we turn that on and click in Save. Once we have done this, we might see our account here, right? Below the iCloud main account with our mail from ESPE. And that's how you configure in iOS devices the mail client to receive ESPE mail.
Okay, after that we go to our cell phone to Google App and go to the left top of the three lines and click it. We click in account and choose the option Others and write out our institutional email and click Next. In the type account we choose IMAP and click Next again, and we paste the random password, being very careful to paste it without space, and click Next. In incoming server settings, we look out for server and fill it with imap.gmail.com and click Next. Then in account options, we leave the options in default and move on to the next window. Lastly, pops out the confirmation message of the account configuration when we click Next. And it's done. Now we have our institutional email in our phone.